their technology is probably estimated to be about 50,000 years ahead of us.
Richard Doty spills the beans on the UFO topic. This is from a Showtime interview that Richard Doty did. Richard Doty is he worked for ASOI, Air Force Office of Special Intelligence, or Special Investigations. He basically was a counterintelligence official during the 60s, 70s, 80s, early 90s. Then he retired. I think he became a policeman or a police officer or something like that. So basically, this guy was very privy to the classified projects that went on throughout that time. Did many successful counterintelligence operations. Kind of like fooled a lot of the ufologists and stuff. Purposely gave them misleading information. Now he's retired. He doesn't have to do that anymore. That's not part of his job, I guess. Who's to say? But so basically, let's just watch this little short clip of him explaining a little bit about the Roswell crash and what they found and the life forms as well. So.
Eva, and he was transported to, it was a male, was transported to Los Alamos, where he lived out his life. He died in 1952. But during that time period that he was with us, he told us a plethora of information about what they have learned about the universe and what their technology is. Their technology is probably estimated to be about 50,000 years ahead of us. They also found a live alien.
Now that's just a little short clip about that, and it kind of plays. It doesn't really do the topic justice, actually. They found EBEs, which is extraterrestrial biological entities. That's what that stands for. It's an acronym commonly known to those circles, especially around the Roswell crash. They found, I think, 4 of them, and they kept one of them for sure, and then I think one they had for a little while, but then it died quickly. And then the one, which is the one that he's referring to now, EBE-1, that was what that's the one that lived long enough to explain to them what was going on, I suppose. So basically, there's a lot of misconceptions about the Roswell crash. It was actually 2 crashes. It was not one crash. It basically was 2 craft colliding into each other. Now, how did they collide? So these craft don't just come here and just crash, okay? This is a little bit hidden information as far as I know, but it was either crashed with new scalar weaponry, which it was crashed. Now, whether we got that from our own scientists or people like Nikola Tesla back in the day, and then they were able to develop these technologies, it's called scalar infratometry. It's basically using scalar waves to basically emit energy faster than the speed of light or at the speed of light. And it's basically like quantum entanglement scalar energy waves. It's the energy device that basically, it's like an EMP that knocks the electromagnetic signal off of these craft. Therefore, they ended up crashing into each other, and then they dispersed into New Mexico. One crashed near Corona, Mexico. I'm not too sure if it was like the northwest part of Roswell. Actually didn't receive a direct, like how we think. The one was in Corona, and the other one was in the western part of New Mexico. But they didn't find that for another 2 years or so. That was actually in the wilderness, and then it was basically found later on. So that wasn't one of the main things that they found at that time. So the military comes in, collects these EBEs, extraterrestrial biological entities, and then basically they just send everything to Wright Pat, Los Alamos, which is out west in California and New Mexico, things like that. Los Alamos Labs, you can look up them. Very big military scientific contractor. And then they sent the craft to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base right here in Ohio. So that's just a little interesting tidbit about Richard Doty. If you guys want to find more information about Richard Doty, he does great interviews on Gaia TV. It's under cosmic disclosure. He and Emery Smith are kind of on the similar token of doing the whistleblower stuff. So all their interviews are there. And if you want to look up something on DuckDuckGo, that will take a rabbit hole. I would check out, I would DuckDuckGo, make sure you're using that because this is a highly classified project that was done in the, I want to say like 80s, but I could be wrong on that. It's called Project Serpo, or Operation Serpo, okay? This is where we sent. Now, it's some construed information whether or not it was 6 people that we sent or 12 people, but regardless, it was less than 15 people we sent from our military, I think was the Army, to planet Serpo, which I believe is in the star system of these, they called them the Ebens, not EBEs, but EBON, Ebens. And those are a race of greys that our military came in contact with, and we decided to take a trip to their home planet. And this could all be a psyop as well, but how secret it's kept. Usually psyops are like out in the public, you know. So this one's pretty held secret. So it leads me to believe that the validity of this is true, whether or not it have be the 6 people or the 12 people. And Richard Doty also talks about this in Gaia as well. So basically, we went to planet Serpo, lived with them. They have 2 suns. The radiation slowly damaged our soldiers out there from the radiation, you know, being around because of the 2 suns. Lived in their peaceful civilization and just kind of found out their way of life. And there's a lot of information about this online too, more than what you would think, honestly, from if it's such a conspiracy, you know. So yeah, that's just something to check out. I'll leave this link in the description so you can find out more about this video. And thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and watch this video that YouTube thinks you should watch next.